Hey, what's up guys? It's Dusty with another edition of Dusty's Daily Doubles. Today is Thursday, March 10th, 2022. Yesterday, we almost had another perfect day. Almost went 4 for 4. We should have indeed. Instead, we went 3 for 4 and missed the daily double in a heartbreaker. In the first game, actually, we lost the daily double, and that was with ASU on the money line. I said that Stanford had packed it in and were ready to go golfing, and that is indeed what it looked like as Arizona State had a massive lead late in the game. And then all of a sudden, Stanford must have told their bus driver with their golf clubs to take a hike, that they were in it to win it. They went on a 16-2 run late in the game and ended up hitting a buzzer beater to win the game by 1 point. Absolutely atrocious breakdown by ASU. They should still be in this dance, and instead they went packing, and they're the ones who are playing golf. So that was crazy, but we did indeed hit our 3 other picks. We had Virginia on the money line on the daily double, and that came through. And then we had our bonus picks. We had St. John's Red Storm on the money line. They smashed. And we also had Eastern Washington on the money line, and they smashed. So 3 for 4 is not bad, but we should have went perfect. Absolute meltdown by ASU, but it is okay because we are going to get back on track today with the daily double and some bonus picks for you guys. Alright, now let's jump into today's daily double. First game up on the docket is going to be the hardest pick of the day, but it is getting us our most value. And honestly, I just love this play here. It is going to be a game in the Big Ten tournament between the Indiana Hoosiers facing off against this Michigan Wolverines team. Last time these teams met was on January 23rd, where Michigan came away with an 18-point victory. A lot has changed since then. However, Michigan still is the absolute better team here, and they have a dominant player in Dickinson. And honestly, he missed his last game against Ohio State, where Michigan picked up a loss, whereas if he was in that game, I think they would have won. He went out last Sunday with food poisoning. It's looking like stomach issues. And right now he is listed as a game time decision. I don't see how any way that this guy misses today's game with its implications. I think 4 days is more than enough time to recover from a stomach issue. So I expect that he will indeed suit up today. And that is going to be the determining factor here in why we like Michigan so much. If Dickinson wasn't playing, I would be all over this Indiana spread, which is currently at -3 for Michigan. If Dickinson didn't play, and like I said, he is listed as a game time decision, I fully expect him to play today. So we are making this pick basically based on that, and that is going to be Michigan on the money line, as they are just the better team here. They've been playing better. They are hungry to try and get into this NCAA March Madness tournament. And speaking of March Madness, the actual tournament hasn't even started yet. We are only doing conference tournaments right now, but you can already tell that it is March. Holy Moses, the games that have been going on. Anywho, that is going to be our first pick on the daily double, is going to be Michigan Wolverines on the money line in this Big Ten matchup. And we are going to parlay that with our second game on the daily double, and that is going to be a Big 12 matchup between the West Virginia Mountaineers against this Kansas Jayhawks team. And quite honestly, we are looking at a complete mismatch here, as Kansas has been pretty good all season. They've had a few hiccups along the way. They've lost a few games that had people scratching their heads. But compared to West Virginia, who was expected to have a much better season, they just have not got it done. They finished the season on a exact 500 record, 16-16 overall. That's a little bit worse than what you would have expected. You would have expected them to be at least 5 or 6 games above 500. So they just haven't got it done. They're 3-7 in their last 10 games, this West Virginia team. Here's the stat that is going to make you understand why they have no shot today, and that is the fact that West Virginia has not won a game on the road all season. And yeah, this is a neutral site game where it will be played in... Actually, it's not. I don't believe it is. Anyways, West Virginia cannot win on the road. Period. They have not won a single game on the road all season. I don't expect that to change anytime soon. Kansas is far superior, far better shooting team, just way more talent head to toe, and I expect them to take care of business today quite easily. The line also would indicate so, as it is currently sitting at, I believe, -9. Yes, -9 for Kansas. And we aren't going to take that spread, but we are going to take Kansas on the money line as our second pick of the Daily Double. And now we're going to get into the bonus picks. And now let's jump into today's bonus picks. First up, we have an absolute doozy. This is going to be our dog of the day, and we are going to take this dog on the money line, and that is a game between the Buffalo Bulls and the Akron Zips in this MAC conference tournament game. This is going to be an absolute doozy as well. Again, these two teams are both playing incredibly good right now. Buffalo, as you know, loves to score points. They're going to score points, and Akron is actually pretty good at scoring points themselves, so I honestly consider looking at the over in this game. However, come these tournament games and stuff, everybody tightens up. The defense is all tight, so you might want to skip that. I think our best play here, literally, like I already said, is taking this Akron Zips team on the money line as a 2.5 point dog. I think that they are just as good as Buffalo, if not slightly better. They're definitely more consistent, and honestly, this is just it's a good spot with excellent value. This is going to be one of the better games of the day today. Again, I do expect a high scoring game. None of these teams really overly like playing defense, especially Buffalo. That's the difference here, is that both teams can score. I think Akron's defense is just slightly better here. They are ranked 89th in the nation on defense and defensive rating, whereas this Buffalo team is 164th, basically double. So, I mean, that is going to be the difference because they are both very good offensive. They're very, very close offensively. So I think that Akron having that better defense in their back pocket is going to be the difference in this game. So with all that value, we are going to take Akron on the money line. And just for a nice little tidbit, last time these two teams faced off, which was January 1st of this year, Akron came away with a 12-point victory. So just keep that in mind here. I think the line is completely wrong, as it should be a pick'em bar minimum. Instead, you're getting 2.5 points with Akron. You could even consider taking that in case they do lose on a buzzer beater or something like that. However, our bonus pick is going to be Akron on the money line for our dog of the day. And our second bonus pickup is going to be a Big Ten matchup in this tournament as well between Northwestern and Iowa. And again, we are looking at a mismatch spot here. Iowa has played a little bit better of late. They are currently 5-5 in their last 10. They finished off the season at a respectable 500. They did basically what people thought they would do. They're exactly where they should be this season. However, this Iowa team has been a little bit underachieving. Quite honestly, they are 22-9 overall in the season, which is a pretty good year, but I think people expected this team to be in the top 10, and they are currently at 24th ranked. But again, that's a bit of a letdown for them. They were slated to be, like I said, a top 10 team in the nation. However, they're still a very, very good team, and I expect them to come out here and control this game entirely. The spread is currently at -8.5 for Iowa. I think that's very generous, as I think Iowa probably wins by double digits. However, our pick for this bonus pick, parlay pick, whatever you want to call it, is just going to be Iowa on the money line in an easy victory here. And our next bonus pick is going to be a doozy. However, I still think that it's another easy win. And that is going to be a Mountain West Conference tournament game between Nevada and Boise State. Boise State is first in the conference, playing this 8 seed. I think that this is like I said, an easy win for Boise. Just a far superior team, shutdown defense, and way better offensively. It doesn't get much better than that when you're looking at a game like this, is that the team is better offensively and they're far superior defensively. So even if they go on an offensive slump for 2 or 3 minutes, it's not like the other team's going to have a big shot to close that gap. So for that reason, we are just going to take Boise State on the money line, and that is our other bonus pick. And our last bonus pick of the day is going to be a MAC matchup as well, and that is between Miami, Ohio, playing this Kent State Golden Flashes team. And again, we're looking at the same scenario here. Two teams on the opposite side of the spectrum. Miami, Ohio has had a strange season. They've had some glimmers of hope where they've looked pretty good, like, you know, one of the better teams in the conference, but then they've also had games where they've just looked like exactly what you expect. Teams that get blown out, teams that quit early in the games, etc., etc. And they're going against a team that they can't afford any of those hiccups in this game, and that's Kent State, who has played consistent all season. Kent State has an overall record of 21-9 on the season. They're 10-0 in their last 10 games, currently on a 12-game winning streak. That is not going to end here today. In fact, it's just going to get more. They are ramping up to try and make a push, try and win this tournament, and try and get into the NCAA. I think they will come up short in making the March Madness tournament, and they'll probably end up making the NIT tournament. However, they're going to keep their foot on the gas and try their hardest to get in. They are going to try and blow this game out of the water. I can see a double-digit victory here. The line is only at Kent State -6.5. I think they win by double digits. However, for the parlay pick, bonus pick, whatever you want to call it, we are just going to take Kent State on the money line. Those are all of our picks today. Get your tickets made early, as the first game on the Daily Double does take place at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's go. Drop your likes, comments, and make sure you subscribe. Let's keep this train rolling, baby. Woo, woo, woo.